Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Denise, and today I want to paint a concentric circle-y kind of abstract one inspired by all my Kandinsky abstract circles, but I want to, which by the way I just kind of keep right up here hanging so I can look at it and just admire it as I'm painting. But I want to be inspired by this without actually doing exact boxes, circles in boxes. So I want to do a tiny bit different. See if I can pop that back on the wall over there. I love that piece so much. It's one of my very favorite. But I'm thinking that I want to not do the squares, but just a circle kind of abstract. And I have taped down a piece of the Hahnemühle watercolor paper in the 9x12 size, and I want to have, you know, a nice large border, so I've taped off a good amount there. And I'm kind of thinking that I want to just put, you know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 basically, but I want them to maybe be equidistant. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of measure out what that would be and just put a little light pencil mark where those are. And they don't have to be perfect. I'm kind of guessing here at the size. I picked like kind of in the middle, and then I just want to approximate little squares out of there because I got about 7.5 inches after that tape. So now that I've got those marked, I'm going to use inspiration from a Color Cube, and this is card 284 out of the volume 2 by Sarah Renee Clark, and I do link all my favorites in the Color Cubes and my Amazon storefront and all the different links of my most used supplies. I link those on my favorites page for you, which I link that in the description. So I'm going to go with card 284. I have picked out several colors from that kind of card from Masha's watercolors because I'm still playing in those. I've got Flame. I picked out this Shadow Turquoise. I have picked out, because that's kind of in that orange and that's kind of in that blue. And then I also picked out Shadow Blue Light, which is this pretty dark color here. And then also pulled out Mars Violet, which is this kind of burgundy color here on the bottom. So that's my inspiration color palette for today. And I want it to be mostly orange red with a little bit of the blue and the other color kinda, I think. I don't know, we'll just play and see, because no matter what I plan, we always end up somewhere different. And I just got my 1/2 inch Princeton Neptune brush to give us some wonky circles. And some of the parts of my favorite piece that I really love had dark in the middle. Let me just show you what I was a little bit inspired by. Was this one right here, and it has the dark center and then the other colors radiating out, and that was probably a purple from that bleed through, but we're going from a color palette here that we love, so we're just gonna go for it. But I'm kind of wondering if I do like dark in the middle and just like get them started. And I'm not trying for perfect. I'm going for, you know, wonky and just getting started. Maybe I'll go ahead and start them with the dark, and we'll just see where we end up. And I don't want perfect circles. I'm looking for wonky circles, so I'm okay with whatever we end up with, wonky wise. Wonky! We want some wonky. And I want them to blend and spread and just do fun stuff. So I'm just going to circle color in, and then maybe circle some water in, and maybe just run some other color in here, and just see, you know, where can we end up with this concentric inspired piece that is not just doing boxes around it. And we may love it and we may not. It's just about the play today, having fun, experimenting with your supplies. Just pick out some supplies, your favorite watercolors, just see where we can take them. What? I love this teal color. Oh my gosh. Love this teal color. And these are super pigmented granulating colors, which is why I love them. They just do amazing things with really very little effort on our part because they're so amazing. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that. All right, so I'm gonna start kind of maybe moving some stuff around with water. I said I wasn't doing circles and squares, but I kind of still gonna not leave this terrible amount of white space, or at least try not to, in the middle of those. So I'm kind of filling in some of these areas that we've got white. I don't want to leave that water up there. Let me get a tissue. Oh, good, good. Okay, I like the way this is started. I think what I'm going to do is let this dry some and do some fun, whatever it's going to do. With the water and stuff. So we're going to let this dry and kind of do what it wants to do, and then we'll come back and do some mark making on top of this. Just filling in white stuff here. And I could go ahead now that we did that and kind of, ooh, this is totally what I should do. Look at this. Pull some of those colors out so it kind of frames it with some color rather than looking so, what's an official term? Well, just kind of, just with some water, let some of that color bleed out and do something interesting so it frames it out and it's not just stuck there in the middle. I like this bit of blue. So before we completely abandoned this to the drying, let's go sneak some of this blue in there because I don't feel like there's enough. We're kind of losing some of our circles here, but we're gonna get some back. But we're gonna layer some other stuff in here and let that kind of peek through. Okay, let's let this dry and I'll be right back. Okay, we're mostly dry and look how lovely this is looking. And I kind of want to be inspired with some dots and some lines and some mark making. So, got some NeoColor 2 crayons that I'm kind of inspired by. Maybe an orange, maybe a burgundy. Just kind of thinking out loud here and pulling out colors. I love the aqua color here. I kind of wonder, do I have, oh, that's close enough. This is green, but that's okay. It's close enough, even though, I don't know, I kind of want it to be more bluish. I got a whole little tin of crayons I'm looking through here. This is, I think, like the 72 or 84 set or whatever that was that it came in. Oh, that one right there. How about that one? Ooh, no, weirdly enough, I kind of want this army green one that's called Oh, it's called gold, but it looks a little bit army green. Ooh, do you know what I just thought of? Gold! I know you think that's probably the first thing I think of when I come to making stuff, but it's actually not the first thing I think of. And then when it comes to me, like that just did, I just got like a chill. Like, I'm not even kidding you. A little bit of a chill there. Alright, I kind of want this to be more of a, ooh, more of that than that. Oh, what do we think of that? Okay, let's do that. And I'm just going to now layer in some other colors. They don't have to be uniform. I'm not looking to do the exact same thing on every single one of these, but I want to add in some other fun stuff. Just cause I do. Oh, that's way too, that might not have been the right color. But maybe it was, I don't know. But once you do it, rather than going, go ahead and do it 2 other or 3 other places, because then it was on purpose. Then it wasn't a mistake. Oh my God, this is why I do this. This is why I do this, just for the random moments like that. Okay, I'm gonna come back in here with this lighter color anyway, because I'm kind of feeling it. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, kind of feel like in one piece that we did a while back, we did some crazy Tiffany blue Posca dots, and I'm kind of feeling like I need some of those. I don't even know what color it is. They're all in Japanese, the whole thing. Oh, it just says green, but that is not green. That is totally Tiffany blue. And I feel like we need a little bit of that pop, because we did it on something that was orange. It might have even been that piece there, but it was like a pop on the orange, and it was so amazing that my mind was like, oh yeah, remember this. I don't know if you see how beautiful that blue is on top of the orange, and it might not have been like the perfect choice for this piece of art, but it is like the most amazing color combination just to kind of see sneaking in there. It's like a pop of surprise that's so lovely that I just want to sprinkle it in everywhere. Okay, I love that. I love that. Now I'm kind of feeling like, I don't know, maybe we could do some fine line bottle applicator. This is my gold Kuretake gold mica ink. Just pull one of this down here. The gold mica ink that I took a pipette, put it into a fine line bottle. That might be, I'm gonna use this, but we're gonna save it to maybe a last step. I feel like we need some other exciting things in here. What else do we need? I feel like we need something. I could pull out some of these Copic markers. Like for some reason, like I'm kind of feeling like a tiny bit of this pink. These are the Copic Acrylic markers, and I just gotta shake them up and get them started. But these are some of my favorite colored liner ones. But look at that pink. Ooh, whoa, look at that pink. Oh my gosh, that pink is like a pop, just like that blue. And it's a finer tip than that Posca, so we'll get like a little fine, lovely little just surprise as we look in there. Okay, the pink on the blue. The pink on the blue, just really pretty there. Okay, I like that. So that blue on the orange and this pink on the blue. Definitely liking that. Ooh, that's lovely. Okay, that's fun. Okay, definitely the pink Copic Acrylic. Now I'm kind of feeling like I don't know, maybe some graphite. What do we think? Some graphite? I've got some of these great big Lyra graphite. That's a 2B. That's a 6B. Kind of feeling like, oh, you know what I'm feeling? Okay, let's not do those. These are just random things that are up here. Let's do, this is my Pitt Graphite Matte Pencil 14B. I love this pencil. I also love the Blackwing pencils because they are just super yummy and dark. Let's do the Blackwing. I love the Blackwing. And now I'm going to go ahead and do some graphite marks in here. Because I like the way they look just a little bit. Okay, I like that. Doesn't have to be everywhere, just a lovely little extra. I'm kind of thinking maybe we should get out some of these Uniball Signos, because I could come back now with you know, some fine white lines possibly. Do I want to do that? Do I want to introduce any white? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't feel that. I'm not feeling that. We could do the gold, or I could do the fine line bottle. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a good, that's fun. Just wherever it strikes you to put it. No exact plan here. I'm feeling definitely some fine liner. Okay, so I just shake this up. It's gonna separate. I just shake it up. And then to use the fine liners, because this stuff whooshes out of here. You can use a dip pen with your ink too if you want, but this is a nice alternative. But what I like, use it almost to the side so that you're controlling the flow of ink, barely pushing. Otherwise it'll whoosh down on your art. Look how good you can get if you're almost to the side when you're using it. All right, and these do take a little longer to dry. Whoa, yes, oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. Whoa. Now I definitely feel like some yummy little gold dots. Maybe bleeding out the side here and on the side over here. What do you think of that? Oh my goodness. And then you definitely got to step back and let those dry, because otherwise you'll just smear ink everywhere every time that you go to do something. So I may have to stop a second and let this dry and evaluate where we're at. Look at that. Look at that. Let's put some dots in here. Just being random now, no rhyme or reason, just wherever I'm inspired to throw a few dots in, because they'll be shiny and pretty. Shiny and pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry before we mess this up. All right, let's let it dry and I'll be right back. All right, we're dry. And I was thinking that there would be like more after it dried, but now that I'm sitting here looking at it and I can see those little bits of sparkle, like, can you see the little bits of sparkle? I think I may be done. Like, I think we're there. Sometimes you just gotta let it sit and do its thing. Let's peel the tape and see. We can always go back and add more later. But I feel like for today, I think that's where I want it to end up. And I'm kind of loving it. Like, loving it. Like, I can't even believe I painted that today. And you know what we could do? We could put a deckled edge on this now that I've done that, because I feel like it's screaming for a deckled edge. So let's get the rip ruler out. Oh yeah, so this is my dual edge ripper. The original dual edge ripper. I linked these for you on my favorites page, and it's probably in my Amazon store under favorite art supplies, because I like it because it's big, so you could do great big pieces, and I like the subtler edge. This is the original one that they made. And then I just kind of judge it. I'm just looking like, where do I want that edge to be, but I need enough to grab. So I'm kind of feeling like, let's get over here on the edge of this hardboard art panel. Somebody asked me the other day what these are. They're hardboard art panels. I also link those in my favorites, and you'll find that favorite page linked below in the description. And I'm just kind of eyeballing, lining it up here, and I got enough to grab onto, and I just pull towards the ruler. And the slower you go, the better your result usually is, so that you don't end up with some great big piece of paper left somewhere. But, ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And then you can kind of, you know, eyeball it to see if you're getting about the same amount or if you're leaving about the same edge. I'm pulling it over here so I can get my finger and just hold the ruler down. And I like this one because, you know, I have other rip rulers. I got a metal rip ruler and stuff, but the metal ones are like, I don't know, they're dangerous. They're like a weapon. This has always been my favorite one, and it's the one I always go back to, so it's the one that I like the best. And I've had this one for years. It doesn't wear out. I just kind of store it over here to the side of my table, so it's always ready. Oop, I left a great big piece right there. I'll go back and get that right there. There we go. Look at that. And then we can see, like, which direction do we like it the best. The way we painted it, or the way that kind of feel like this might be it. Or maybe even this could be it. I don't know. This is such a pretty piece. I do kind of like these on the sides, though. I feel like that might be the direction that we're going to go. But look how pretty that is with the little sparkles. Oh my gosh. And the deckled edge. This was a great paint day. I'm feeling good about this. Hope you had fun painting with me, and I'll see you guys next time.